when all of this started, after losing my cat Dublin and my mother within just a few months of each other, I had no idea what to do, or what to expect. I didn't understand loss, and I definitely didn't understand that I was experiencing different types of grief at the same time. So during that phase where I was, researching and trying to make sense of everything, that's when I slowly started to find answers. That's when I began to understand why I was hurting so much and felt like I wasn't moving forward at all. And one of the biggest things that I learned, something that nobody told me, not even a therapist that I was seeing at the time, was that I was experiencing two completely different types of grief simultaneously. And that realization was the first moment of relief that I'd had in months, because I could finally start to identify what I was feeling, and I could begin to give it some form of structure. I could give it language. Just to have names for things that were previously nameless. And for me, that just helped so much. It helped me organize my grief in a way that didn't feel so overwhelming, just so cloudy and so muddy. And it was during that process that I found something else. I found purpose. At first, I just wanted to feel better, but I realized it wasn't just about not feeling bad. I didn't want to simply stop being sad. I really wanted to start living again. I wanted to, experience what it was to feel joy again, to feel motivated, to feel inspired. Because Dublin gave me all of that. He brought me so much joy, so many smiles, so much laughter, and so much comfort. And I really, really wanted to honor that. I wanted to live in a way that reflected the love that he gave me. I wanted to make him proud. And that awareness kind of changed everything for me, because now, and at that point, the actions I was taking, they weren't just things I should do. They were meanings. They were actions with meaning. They were actions with purpose. So, now before I share these tools, I do want to say something important. Okay.